Thought it was another hard-fought win. Really, really proud of our team. The way they just hung in there, down I think 18, kept battling back, kept battling back, and against a very, very good team and a very well-coached team.
You had at least 3 defensive possessions where you just held them shotless. Just if you would talk about how that came about. Was it you guys? Was it them?
I thought it was us. I thought, similar to Thursday night, they're a motion team. Ironically, both Texas teams are the motion teams in the league. So when you prepare for one, and so in the first half we weren't zoning very much, and they were scoring. We went zone to try to just disrupt the rhythm a little bit, and it really worked out for us. Our guys did a great job with it. I mean, those shot clock violations, those were in zone. So I didn't expect to play that much zone, but whatever it takes to find a way to win.
How much did it change the game plan from what you had decided to do beforehand when Pearson did play today?
It didn't change it at all. I told our team they're really good without him. They just beat Coastal by 40. He didn't have 50, and so we saw Little Rock coming here without Noel and beat us. In the first time, and so I said, "Hey, listen, we've got to go." They got a really good team without him, but it didn't change anything we did.
Dustin, when you've got a team, they're knocking down those 3-pointers at a ridiculous rate early in the game, and generally speaking, they're not going to keep that up the whole time. How do you try to manage the spirit of your guys when you got a team that's just crazy hot on you? And you're like, hey, just, let's stick with the plan. They're not going to keep making them all.
Sure. I told our guys, before the game, we showed our team 5 times in conference they've gotten up 15 points in the first half and lost. And so we showed our team that. And we tried to say, let's not let them get to that big lead. But we said, hey, listen, they'll let you back in it, okay, but we've got to start defending better. We're not going to get it back all in one on offensive possession, but we did have to calm our guys down because they get a little antsy. But I thought it was making us go down and maybe take some more quick shots. We got some good looks. We just couldn't make them. Missed some free throws, but we started getting stops. And really ended, I think, a half on a 13-0 run, really with our defense. And then our guys, I had to remind our guys. Remember, what we showed you about the leads, and they're, that I think that calmed them down. That they, I think they got up 18-1 at Georgia State and lost. I think it was 16-2 at Georgia Southern. They've done it. Now they've gotten up and won, but I think that helped calm them down.
Earlier in the season, you talked about Justin's role not only as a scorer but being a facilitator for us. And today he's got 7 assists. Has his progression as becoming kind of that more complete player you were hoping for early in the season and spoke about, is that kind of going in the direction you wanted to?
Yeah, I think it's going in the direction he's going. I think he's obviously, without question, got to stop turning the ball over. I mean, he's turning the ball over too much, and they're loud, bad turnovers. He knows that. We know it. But he is, 7 assists. I mean, that could be a career high for him. I don't know. That's a lot of assists for him. And so that was – I really thought tonight he was terrific defensively. I really thought he gave us a lot. He was engaged. He affected a lot of great shots. But I thought, 7 assists, that's huge. He started finding some guys, and I thought he gave some other guys some looks. They just didn't make them. But he's progressing as we want. Not there yet until he cuts down on those turnovers. Sometimes he – maybe tries to do too much and plays in a crowd too much. We'll keep working with him on that.
I've been out of commission for a couple of weeks, so I don't know whether this is a new trend or not, but it seemed like tonight your minutes were concentrated in your starters.
It's not a trend I want to get into. I thought in the first half our bench gave us nothing, unfortunately, and you can see there. In 8 minutes, James Lewis was -11 for us. Michael Bibby in 3 minutes was -11. Adrian Delph in 8 minutes, -7. And so that I didn't need a stat sheet to tell me that. But it's not a trend that our bench. They've got to give us more. I thought it was a high level game for Donovan, and so I decided not to play him. That was just a coach's decision. I just thought, but that's not by design. I do not really want to play our starters that much. Our bench has got to give us more.
It speaks well of their fitness, so.
Yeah, and I think the zone helped. I don't know if we'd have been able to do that playing all man-to-man. Not that zone you take plays off, but the zone helped us. I thought offensively Texas State was kind of in spots. And they're moving, they're screening, and it's very exhausting. And so playing the zone, just having them be in spots, I think helped us. But certainly, I mean, I think moving forward, our benches, they've got to get back to giving us more. We've had games where our bench has given us a lot. Unfortunately, tonight they did not.
So Forrest with at least his third go-ahead shot, like in the last minute there, can you just talk a little bit about his clutchness and what you, just his clutchness?
Yeah, I mean, he's you gotta give the kid credit. Like he's not afraid of the big moment. He's not. Some kids don't want the ball in their hands at that moment. He does. There's another big shot. I mean, you got to give the kid credit, and that was another big shot at a crucial time. I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than I got to tip your hat to Justin Forrest in the sense that some guys have the ability to focus and lock in and embrace that, and certainly he does.
We talked on Thursday night about winning the weekend, and now you've done that. So, how does that momentum and kind of getting past that barrier mentally, you think, carry down the road on the way to Georgia this week?
I think it's huge. That's the first, but like I said, outside of Little Rock, there's a lot of teams that haven't won a weekend. I mean, this is just everybody's kind of going 1-1, and so this going 2-0 this weekend against two good teams. I think right now there's a shift in the league going on, and this has kind of shifted us in the upper trend, which is good. And I think it's just a confidence builder. Those two games this weekend were just confidence builders. Guys just found, we just found a way to win, and Isaac Johnson continues to look like himself. But yeah, those are our guys. I haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks because I don't want to make too big of a deal about it. But we put up the standings in the locker room when we got here, and we update them. And I've heard the guys chattering. I can hear them when we're walking in the film. I hear them chattering. It's right in their space. It's right there, and so they're talking about it, and they, I think it's a big confidence builder. They know now this was a game that puts us in the top half of the league.
Speaking of standings, coming into this weekend, the teams immediately around you, say game and a half above you, same distance below you. You guys were 5-2 coming into this weekend, so now you're 7-2 against those teams that you got to beat in order to keep climbing the ladder. Again, you've got two immediately in front of you.
Yep.
Now, do you? I don't know. How do you kind of balance not putting too much emphasis on? I can see the top of the league from here. I mean, Little Rock's kind of running away with their conference record, but being in that top 5 is huge for postseason tournament conditions. How do you kind of manage, to your point of seeing the standings right there? How do you manage the rising as well as you do kind of being in the middle?
Yeah, it's a good question. Before we started Sunbelt play, I showed them the bracket of the tournament, and I explained it to them, and they didn't know. They didn't know how it worked. You just assume they know how it works. They didn't know 1 and 2 get a bye to the semis, 3 and 4 get a bye to the quarters. And so I don't know if I will address it like that again. I'm going to probably have to give that some thought. And how to best deal with this team, but I haven't. There's been a couple games where we've talked about the standings, like Arkansas State. Hey, we go in this game, we get the sweep. That's a big deal. We did talk about it at Arkansas State. Our guys embrace that a little bit, but I don't. I got to give that some thought as far as how these guys can handle this. Can they handle playing in a road game this late in the year in the top half of the league for potential second place. And so I've got to, I'm going to have to evaluate that. But you're right. I do need to. I'm going to have to figure something out with it.